Hello. Um, Sort of following trend with the previous videos. Just want to say before I start the video, uh, if you want to like and subscribe, it definitely helps out a lot. There's been a lot of support on the channel recently. It definitely helps with the motivation. This is loot from 50 Uber Shaper kills. So I didn't get any Star Forges. However, I did get 3 Sublime Visions. So I identified all of these myself, but the Sublime Visions and the Entropic Devastations are the Uber exclusive drops. So I got 5 drops exclusive to the Uber variant of the boss. I obviously got a shitload of Shaper's Touch, shitload of boots, and a few Echoes of Creation, as well as 3 Solstice Vigils. I got a grand total of 7 Dying Sun Flasks. There's one un-ID'd here, and I got a bunch of feared invitations, 2 Atlas invitations, and then 3 regular maps, and a Shavs which actually dropped from Shaper. Any of the bases that showed up on the filter I picked up, so 2 pairs of 2-toned boots, some fingerless silk gloves, and a cerulean ring. I don't think these are worth any money, and I only got 1 Orb Dominance as well. I did expect to get maybe 2 or 3, but I got very lucky on the Sublime Visions. I believe these are about 2%, so I was quite lucky on that front. So because of how Shaper works, it is a guaranteed profit. It's very unlikely to lose money doing this boss. Well, it's actually impossible. Unless you fail a set, you will not lose money. I bought all of my sets for around 0.3 divines per set. So I was buying 10 sets of 3 divines in bulk. So that was, a grand total of, let's do 750 divided by 30. No, it's not. 750 divided by 10. So I was, 75 chaos per set. The fragments on average, I believe, are, so fragment of lodge is 125 and fragment of shape is 130, so 125 plus 130 divided by 2, so an average of 127 chaos per. So you're making 50 chaos per shaper you run, like, regardless, so you always make profit. However, he does drop other items, and I think the main reason he's as good profit as he is because this was a lot worse than I thought it was going to be in terms of just the boss in general. It was fairly unenjoyable towards the end. But I've used Excellence for this price check, so I'll stick it up on the screen right now, because the other bosses, it was all pretty manually price checking, but a lot of the value from this boss comes from just the base value of the items. So apparently fragment of shape is worth more than 130 chaos, so about 150, so about an average of 135 chaos per fragment, making a profit even higher than I expected it to be. So as you can see, there's 4,000 chaos in shape and 2.7k chaos in knowledge. I got 3 Sublime Vision, so I identified all of these. So on average, I think these are probably worth 100 to 200 chaos, considering there's very few good mods. However, if you don't identify these are 8 divines a piece, so that's 24 divines there if I didn't identify them. However, I don't think that getting that many in this low of a sample size is realistic. I think I got quite lucky, as I've said, but as you can see, 4,000 chaos. So 6.8k chaos orbs in pure fragments. So the initial investment for 50 sets was 15 divines, and just in the fragments we made, well, I know I made more than 15 back. So just in the fragments I made 27 chaos, 27 divines. So I made 12.2 divines just from the fragments. So it gives us 12.2 in total. There will be a loot breakdown on the screen again as usual. If I didn't identify the Sublime Visions, that would have been 24 divines. The Orb of Dominance is 1.8 divines. And then the Dying Suns, I am just going to leave at their price of 75 chaos, because I don't think it's fair to value them that high. So I'm just going to add 0.15 to that. Solstice Vigil, worthless. The Shavs is worthless. It's, you know, pretty terrible. And the Entropic Devastation, these are 100 chaos each. So I'll just add, you know, plus 0.80. So if I didn't identify the Sublime Visions, and I didn't identify the Sublime Visions, I would have made a total of 38.95 divine obs. However, I thought I would save the best part for last, and that is going to be voweling all the Shaper's touches. So I'm going to go ahead and start voweling all these gloves and just see if we hit anything interesting. So projectile gems, I don't think that's worth anything. Yeah, that's worthless. Nothing there. There's a brick. White socket. Maximum energy shield, worthless. A brick. Minion gems, maybe. It's unlisted as far as I can see. No, also worthless. Nothing, and nothing. So all of these are vendor food, so I will be doing the 3-to-1 recipe with these and vendoring them again. I thought it'd be nice. Oh, you can't even do. Oh yeah, they're corrupted, right? Yeah, so you can't do anything with them. So yeah, I will just be vendoring those at the end of this. I'll also be voweling the Solstice Vigils because I think there's no reason not to. Attributes, and a brick. So yeah, nothing on those. Pretty unfortunate yet again. And yes, the Entropic Devastation. So this one here is a 47 roll. So if I price check it, these are actually about 2 divines because the Impale effect, that's the main reason people buy it, and 47 is a fairly high roll. So I'll be selling that for 2 divines, but I thought I would keep it conservative in a price check because I don't think it's fair to assume everybody will drop, you know, a high rolled one. And I've left this one at 100 chaos because I think, you know, that is going to sell at 100 chaos, but I think when you get above the 45% mark, it will definitely hold some value. Yeah, Void Walker is pretty useless. I'm not going to bother voweling them. I'm just going to be getting rid of them straight away. Feared, I'll be saving these because I'm going to be doing a couple of feared invitations. Probably that'll probably be what I work on next. Dying Sun, there's nothing, you know, too special in here. 6% less duration and 127% reduced charge. That is quite a nice one. But the trouble with it, I think there's so many in the game that it's just, they're not really worth anything. I will just price these at whatever they're worth. As you can see, there's nothing too spectacular in there. Maybe val the Shavs for the fun of it, maybe get something interesting. I don't know if that's the actual implicit. I don't know. Well, we've got a white socket, get rid of that, so you tend to see. I'm not too bothered, the roll wasn't too great either. But yeah, overall shape is not as bad as I expected it to be. Also, the prices of the fragments, I've just gone off the PoE Ninja value, so these may have significantly more value in bulk. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in my fragment tab. As you can see, I've got 28 shape and 22 knowledge. I will just be selling them. I don't think I'm going to be doing Uber Elder. I may do Uber Elder depending on if I can do it. That's something I'm not too experienced in. It's likely I'm going to be doing these incandescent invitations next. However, after this video, I'm going to be taking, you know, a couple of days off of PoE because I spent the last 3 days just blasting bosses to make content. And I think if I don't take a little break from the game, I will just burn out and I won't be able to keep releasing content for everybody to watch. But yeah, all in all, not too bad. I made more money than I expected I would, and if I didn't identify these jewels, I would have made significantly more profit. If I didn't identify the jewels, I would have made 40 divines pure profit, so it would have been just under a divine per kill. However, I think the sublime visions are incredibly rare. I do think they're around the 2% mark. Personally, if you are going to be farming Uber Shaper, don't identify these. Sell them to idiots like me, who will identify them. I think like 2 out of 17 mods are good, and the rest are just dog shit. Well, not dog shit, but significantly less value. So if you're doing this to make money, I just wouldn't identify them. It's similar to Watcher's Eyes. Watcher's Eyes isn't too bad with the triple mod ones, but with these, I think it's definitely just worth it to sell them rather than identifying them. Shaper's Touch as well. I always think it's worth to corrupt them because they're worthless, but even with like a decent curse on hit corruption, you can get a decent amount of currency, and obviously the chance of dropping Orb of Dominance. So all in all, I made 39 divines, let's say, raw currency. If I divide that by, so it took me about 5 hours of gameplay. It took me a lot longer because I did take breaks. I got burnt out. But if we count game time, 39 divided by 5, it clocks in at about 8 divines per hour. So that's killing the boss in 5 minutes, and then about a minute in the hideout, maybe 30 seconds in the hideout prepping the next one, which I think is realistic if you're playing a character that can do uber bosses. So if you kill it in 5 minutes and you get good RNG on the Sublime Vision jewels, you'll be making a decent amount of money. I think without the Sublime Visions, be somewhere around the 5 divine mark, but it's definitely not too bad for bossing. However, Shaper is as much profit as it is for a reason. People don't want to run it. I wouldn't recommend farming it, but if you need currency and you don't know how to generate currency, even running normal Shaper will always make you profit. I didn't get any Star Forges, which is unfortunate, but yeah, not too bad overall. The main reason I was doing this strategy was I was doing this boss is because I knew I'd make money, and it would put some funds towards the incandescent invitations, because I'm running a bit low, because I brought Awakened Spell Echo for this, so that sent me back like 20 divines, and I've probably thrown about 2 mirrors into this character, not including the Mage's Blood. So yeah, this is nice to be able to recoup the currency to do some end of league boss killing. But yeah, if you found this video interesting or learned something from it, then please like and subscribe, as it helps very much and it keeps me motivated to make videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.